Dyess Yeah, here's a link. Well, there's YouTube page. For some reason, I'm popping up. So there's the link. Yeah, give me the 3 pledges. Just give me one person for me. Right. Copy that link. Really starting here. Which link? Your face. That's for you. I don't care. You put your face in the It's good. It's for now. It's about to be sent out. All of them. Hey, the link's about to be sent to your. Your picture just came to front. Yeah, the guest card. Popping up when I didn't even finish it. This is probably going to be YouTube. Here it is. I got it. That's my class. Okay. I will. Okay. Fine.
Tables 5, 6, 7, and 8. Please proceed to the buffet line.
There's about 0% chance. Like
like, people would at least go on a course as if you're like training or something. And I don't know how classified their post-street now is. How's it look really? Pretty steady. It's not too bad. It's just really annoying with the mic. Like, I'm trying not to like I get a shadow over it, and I'm like, yeah, because she likes to pull it out and it's back in, and I'm like, cool if we had those ones that attached to your face. It's $25 really big tall. You might have to like push it into something else too. Probably gonna go up with all because I don't think they're sport. Probably gonna be a more demand. I'm like, looks like we're going Joe Allen's. Never had a chicken before. You didn't get it? Oh. I was like, how about when you go over the tour? Because they gave me do it, they go up here. Yeah, the chicken is not such a bad. Still doing your meal prep and stuff? Sundays a day?
I'm at like 6
What are you trying to get to? Well, you don't want to go math big or anything? How about supplements? What do you do to keep up?
I'm not doing much squatting or deadlifting.
Why not?
So I'm just training compound lifts.
Yeah, I've been super light on the gym now. Since I deadlifted. I think it was a good like 1 year gap before I deadlifted again. And it messed up my back. Because I hit weird plates on each side. And then after that, like, I couldn't even sleep. It just hurt so bad. You have like a routine plan? Or just play as you go?
Kind of like just try back by whatever doesn't hurt that day.
Some people are strict like that. I just go with what I feel like. I'm still pretty consistent. Every day you can. One Sunday like the right day. What about 2 days? You got 2 days? Not so much. People say it's really important. Cheat day, you're like, I guess it's up to the person. Like, I don't need one burger.
I'm not waiting for 5 minutes to lunch for that.
Yeah, it's like the only place I eat at night. No one's going to IHOP. It
Do like,
sucks.
do like Taco Bell.
How come you say it's that bad?
It's not that bad.
Even Panda Express, I like to go over there.
I usually get that, like, I don't consider that chicken. I get rice and syrup.
And it's legitimate. That stuff's fresh. But you can see the vegetables and everything. But maybe that's what I don't know. maybe he's supposed to have something on. So with that, with someone else. It happens more than not. It's good. It's just really slow right now. There's a lot of stuff with that on like the urban incidents against the stuff they post. Maybe it's right on his lines, and then they had pressure, and it didn't. So what side was it? Just have like their own. That's all it is. I don't know if you're part of it or not.
Oh, no, I'm in it.
Yeah, we saw that one and we were like, it's bad. That guy could have already talked to us. And now he's just trying to bash it and get this bus on. I just watched on the sidelines while I'm recording this. I just really want to. It's all
You're up.
That's not even the post itself, too. It's like the military people responding in comments with their actual name. And like that, just something else. They start talking crap and everything. So what happened? Certain things do.
The tables 12, 13, 14, and 15. Please proceed to buffet.
He just like pulled it out of the shoe. Every speech. I'm sure you don't want to This is your outfit. That's your job. What, you have some slides you want to change? Pretty sure we have it on the shirt right now.
Let's have tables 16, 17, 18. Please proceed to the buffet line.
Oh, so it's
They made it rule number 7.
yeah, that's true. We didn't do it. They actually make a new set of rules. After it was
Oh
already
yeah, I use that rule for like the advice that same as y'all. I didn't change it. I always forget.
I feel good that it's almost over. So who's going on leave first? I'll put at the same time.
Yeah.
What's the gap? Is that like a month before next month?
5 days.
the link up? Can we find it? Can we just search for that?
How many viewers?
31?
Are they still watching this right now?
LT didn't have a problem with it. LT did not have a problem. She was like,
Is it still
she,
live right
no,
now?
she said it was cool. On YouTube. YouTube. She was like, oh sweet, I'm glad you guys did that. I was like,
It's still live right now? Just listening to our entire conversation. Yeah, it's getting used to the whole.
have they been to one of these already? I did it before you. Or before him.
The table is 19, 20, and 21. Please proceed to the phase.
I didn't do alpha. I did Bravo.
So am I like the only one that does it?
Oh,
That was the record.
Nettles good. Yeah, Delta.
Do you try to get a student to do it?
Yeah, unless it's an instructor first time.
How was it for you?
I don't know why.
That's the can-do attitude.
Super introverted. Too far on the laissez-faire.
Was it stressful for your first class? Like shadow class? Yeah, like shadow. Is it hard to like get comfortable? You just straight in?
Yeah, I just hung out, talked to them, threw out little nuggets of knowledge, and went way off the ball. At one point, I think it was either the time where you have the 3 scenarios where like I agree, disagree, or it was the final capstone where it's like emails, text messages, and stuff. One of those two, they said something kind of outlandish things. So like I just stayed there and just talked to them like, hey, you should actually do this. You're being serious.
What was a big issue for this class? Was it your fault? Throwing fists or something?
Not saying much.
Do you have who's the one that did the implication? Yeah, that's exactly what you told me. I was like, I mean, I liked it, but they didn't talk. She was like, I think I was the one that talked the most. One of the more talkative people. Did it make it really boring? Awkward silence? Not even in the beginning of the class. They really didn't like each other, huh? They don't like the camaraderie at all. Yeah, these guys have
I was like, maybe that's
two. Oh, he's been here. Is that right?
he was
Mine?
your class is when he was in AFB. That's what it's like.
Yeah, so I remember that because he popped up like right before the
I
end.
was teaching the notorious lantern fight.
Yep.
Better than the play. He was. Yeah, so that time at the very end, I was on the shadow.
That's all you need.
It really is. I mean, once you understand the concepts,
Look at him, just like a basement instructor. Doesn't even need training. Good.
I did the exact same thing. That's what I did in this class.
I mean, all the slides are pretty down to earth.
He was pretty easy. I said with the first, like, yeah, we can have 2 weeks, and that was it. It'd be hard to like mess with that. You'd have to just be like,
Yes, sir. It just works out better. This is something I've always been for. This is something that I've
I haven't been anywhere yet.
I've tried to do my best. Yes. This is your public affairs. Never thought. Yes, you have.
Have you had the shed before?
Kind of, you got
That's my wife's favorite. She loves graduation. She knows I'm gonna bring like a huge like thing full of stuff.
You just gotta know how to use it. You gotta roll them really tight. Let's see what you like about the hours are probably pretty steady. Or I mean, except for this.
Gibson has called the last few plays.
Saturday. It's like a mountain water, man.
Having a great time.
What is your last name?
Have you had this before?
I know.
They said a new place? Yeah, they said they open on Tuesday.
It's scary. It's funny because you're the one that sneaks away.
Yeah, so it's like,
Last time you were here,
Yeah, it's a little bit more south. I think it's huge.
Just do that. You don't gotta go anywhere. I got
got a ride back. I was trying to remember like the name.
That's funny. Oh, that's the time everyone keeps talking about in class, right? Because he was singing all this stuff. Like during our graduation parties, they were saying that, oh, Chief Bass said this, and Chief Bass said that. That was the time. I wasn't sure she'd think again after that. She's like, I've been doing it all day. Pictures of where you actually park and just watching them. Thanks for talking, dude. Thanks for having me. So how does it work? It's only because we posted it on the website. That has to be but it's free reign for people that live here. So you guys can start to talk. That's the baseline. That's what late general
They made a model like half. I'm just like, oh yeah, I have extra, whatever.
Oh, you actually do that portion of So what's the rule if you have missing people wearing
Like drink.
school stuff? A lot of military people, especially in other countries, really love even on the ladies one on the airboat. There's one about Air Force girls. People are like, oh, we've done worse than that in my town. I was like, oh yeah. Social media is not as big as some people. Doesn't make us look really. Behind the scenes, they're going to a lot of people last year, like What time do you want me to go
Stacy and Byron Stephenson and the Shed staff for catering this event. If you have not finished your meal, please continue to do so. If you are finished eating, we ask that you please dispose your dinner items in a nearby waste receptacle. Thank you. The second half of our program will begin in 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please find your seats, we will begin our second portion of the ceremony. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Master Sergeant Kyle Gibson, the ALS Commandant, and I'd like to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Chief Master Sergeant Jeremy Clark. We got fans. We got a lot of fans. Chief Clark is the 7th Maintenance Group Senior Enlisted Leader at Dyess Air Force Base. He is responsible for the supervision, leadership, and training of 1,500 airmen spanning 19 different career fields, supporting maintenance on Air Force Global Strike's 23 V-1 and AMC's 28 C-130 aircraft valued at $11.9 billion. Chief Clark entered the Air Force in February of 1998 as an aircrew egress systems technician. He served in numerous roles, including technical training instructor, aircrew egress section chief, production superintendent, quality assurance chief inspector, assistant first sergeant, accessories flight chief, and squadron superintendent. His assignments include bases in Alaska, New Mexico, Japan, and Italy. Chief Clark has also deployed in support of Operations Northern Watch, Enduring Freedom, Odyssey Dawn, Unified Protector, and Inherent Resolve. Please help me welcome Chief Clark.
I appreciate it. Who set the peanut gallery up here? Thank you, Sergeant Gibson, for that introduction. Look, not only is it bad enough to get up here and be nervous and speak in front of your peers, but to go after Senior Airman Lewis Jr. Nice job. Thanks, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go now. Send it. I'm going to send it. Distinguished guests, thank you for being here tonight to support our ALS graduates, and thank you for this amazing opportunity to work with these future leaders over the last couple weeks. Commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, love it, and supervisors, thank you for being here and everything you've done for these graduates up to this point in their career. Thank you to this ALS cadre. I love working with these guys. Every time you walk in the building, nothing but smiles, all about taking care of airmen. This is one of the best things I've done at Dyess is working with your team. And last but not least, family members. Thank you for all you do. It is not wasted on us the sacrifices you make. It's not wasted on us the sacrifices you made over the last 6 weeks for these future leaders, and thank you very much. What a humbling experience to spend a couple hours with these new NCOs over the last few weeks, and from day one, it was very apparent that this was a very, very sharp group of individuals. When initially asked to speak, all I could think is, what am I supposed to say to people? What am I supposed to say to these airmen that they haven't already heard, honestly, from the cadre? I think I learned more from them when they were asking me questions than I taught them. At one point, I had an age maintainer. I think it was the second time I'm standing in front of him, starting to feel comfortable. One of my age maintainers stood up and asked me a question, something along the lines of, hey, if we go to war and we're funding the B-21 and we're funding all these other projects, what do we do about funding and where are we getting our money from? Man, I'm going to talk about panic. Completely shocked. I didn't even answer that because I didn't have an answer. I was absolutely flattered though because he thought I was that smart. I think those questions, as I went through, it really opened my eyes to the difference of when I went through ALS to where this class is, and it showed the different caliber of leader that we're raising today. I think it's amazing, and I'm super excited about it. Now, I promised I would keep this short tonight because this evening is all about our graduates. Additionally, I heard that when Chief Edmonds did this, he went like 25 minutes, so I'm trying to give you guys some time back. Am I wrong? 25? I also told him that I would keep the weapons jokes to a minimum tonight. This is kind of my thing. And for you guys that don't know, our weapons crews, there's 4 of them together. Tonight they're separated, so they can't explain the jokes to each other. So I'm not even gonna mess with you guys. Ammo, weapon, whatever. To the graduates of 22 Echo, congratulations on joining the NCO ranks. In my opinion, you're about to experience the most difficult transition in your career. The transition of leaving the E4 Mafia and joining the NCO ranks. The rank of Staff Sergeant. Going from us to them. This is a challenge that I believe you are all ready to accept after spending the last couple weeks with you. I spent a fair amount determining what I was going to say tonight and what I could provide to you to help you make that transition from senior airman to staff. I'm a simple man. I don't have a complex algorithm for doing this. There's so many people that just shook their head yes and no when I said that, or yes, that was. I'm super simple, so all I can give you is some simple advice. One thing that was apparent immediately in dealing with 22 Echo was they wanted to inject change in a positive way. From day one, these guys were barely talking to each other yet, and the first couple minutes was really awkward. Nobody wanted to speak. And as the questions started to flow, once again, this is where it dawns on me. I am not the smartest guy in this room, right? I had 46 individuals that are thinking way above the level that I thought of when I was a senior. As we discussed leadership, it was no surprise when most everyone in the room raised their hand and had a bad experience with a bad leader. It was also no shock when I didn't get any hands raised when I asked who wanted to be that same leader. Because nobody wants to fail as a leader. And here we are at the start of your journey. Once again, super excited. Like this has absolutely got me pumped again to go back to work. Super excited. I'll keep saying it because I'm nervous, right? What I would like to do is offer you a few small suggestions to help with your transition. Some of the mistakes I have made, you don't have to do. And I want to tell you a story about communication, humiliation, and surrounding yourself with the right people. You see, as a new Master Sergeant, at like 15 years, I was out on the flight line at Aviano Air Base, Italy. I've been in 15 years and I still hadn't learned the lesson of communication. I was a pro super. We had been working for 3 weeks straight, AMXS and maintenance squadron back and forth, fuels and avionics, working a problem with a fuel transfer issue. So we had been in 2 weekends in a row. We'd been back and forth with the engineers. Nobody knew what the problem was. We towed the jet out for a run. We get it set up on the pad. Everybody's in place. And for those of you that don't know, like, the engine runs on an F-16 when you're doing a consumption run, and it's going to be 3 or 4 hours that you're doing this. Extremely boring. But we had a new group commander, and he couldn't figure out why we couldn't like, he was like, hey, why have you guys been working on this jet for 3 weeks? So he pulls up to the spot with his radio about an hour into this run. So we knew if we got to 2 hours into the run, we got an imbalance, we hadn't fixed the jet. So we were gonna have to shut down and take it back and go back to the drawing board. An hour into the run, we start seeing some indications that we're gonna have a problem. Like I said, new group commanders just pulled up. There's a lot of this going on, like maybe we're gonna get through this, and it didn't. After we get the fuel imbalance, I'm at the stage where I'm really taking this personal, right? Like, we've been in here, these guys are busting their tail, we can't figure this out. And as a seasoned pro super, I realized that this was still an issue that was going to require a lot of work, a lot of manpower. We're going to go back and forth to engineers, and we're going to be standing on this same ramp, working on this same jet again. We knew it was a long shot, but we had to take it. So, as the engines shut down, we hear the AMXS Pro Super over the radio, and I got AMXS in here tonight, I love you guys. I hear the AMXS Pro Super come over the radio and say, prep the jet for fuel barn, they're wasting our time again. Remember, I told you we had the commander out there with the radio, and it was his first week, and like, this puts us in a bad light, right? So I wait till he pulls off, and I did what I thought was right at the time, and I expedited my walk across the ramp to talk to the Pro Super that had just announced it over the radio. We were going to discuss radio etiquette and some other things that went with it. And, most everybody knows I don't get worked up very often. But I would say that the words were at above average volumes, and we had it. We were having it out, right? This is the moment in my career I'm probably the just most mortified of. Because as I'm standing nose to nose with one of my peers yelling at each other, one of my mentors, Senior Master Joel Little, just looked at me and said, get in the truck. What? Like, get in the truck? Like, these guys said, get in the truck. So I did what he told me, I got in the truck. But I walked back like I was mad, I stomped. Like I slammed the door. So I get in the truck, and I couldn't figure out why my own Pro Super, my own lead, had just taken somebody else's side. When he got in the truck, he looked me dead in the eyes, no emotion, and he said, you absolutely handled that the wrong way. And I tried to argue with him, like, but he was said, but, and he shut me down again, wouldn't even let me talk. And he said, what would you do if somebody talked to your wife or your kids that way? Wow, like, I'd be furious, right? So, I was floored. I realized I was completely incorrect. I lost all control of the situation. I lost all credibility with the peer because I had lost my composure. Communication is key in what we do, and without it, the mission fails. The communication is the only way to foster that relationship that we have with others. Going and apologizing to a guy that I didn't see eye to eye with was one of the most humbling experiences I've ever done. I had to go in and tell him, hey, I'm sorry, I was completely wrong. Let's get this jet fixed. Let's move on. Because at the end of the day, we still got a jet to fix, and we still have to work together. Even more humbling was going home that night talking to my wife about it. I'm like, I'm getting the sympathy vote on this one, guys. Like, honey, this is what happened, and she was a kindergarten teacher at the time in Avion. And I really thought I had this sympathy vote coming in, man. I was weak. Like, I did nothing wrong here. This is like 6 hours later. Without fail, straight face, she said, you forgot some important lessons in life. All the important lessons in life are learned in kindergarten, right? You forgot them. Wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom. Don't eat glue. Don't pick your nose. She really is a poet. You guys got to meet her. Keep your hands to yourself and always treat other people the way you want to be treated. That was two doses of humble reality within about 6 hours of each other that sound today. What I also learned from this is surrounding yourself with those people that you value and trust. keep that senior master sergeant nearby, that individual that's not afraid to tell you to get in the truck when you're making a fool of yourself. Those people that have those shared values will always keep you true to what you believe. And I mean shared values, not interest. There are people out there that have the same interests in life that I do. I'm a huge college football fan, but I would never take life advice from a Texas fan. I wrote that just for you. I knew you were going to be here tonight. Here's yours. Build your team with the people you want to be like. Find the mentor that you want to emulate, and ask yourself what makes them different from the next person. Once you build that network of people, the people that have the same values that you do, you have a network of people that will hold you accountable, so when you have a bad day, they're going to be the ones that pick you up. How you recover from those days will show your true abilities, and the decisions you make are going to continue to develop your leadership style over time. You see, you're not supposed to be the same person today that you're going to be in 5 years. So failing is okay, as long as you learn from it. I would like to leave you with this. During the Great World Wars, almost 20% of the U.S. population wore this uniform in one way or another. By today's standards, there is less than 0.5% of the U.S. population that wears this uniform. That's 1.3 million people in the DoD right now. Out of that, 328 are Air Force. And in fairness, it's harder to get in the Air Force than our sister services. So a little notch up. I would say that if that's the numbers that we have, look around this room. I think we're surrounded by greatness. And these new leaders that are coming up behind us, they're going to continue to take us in the right direction. Graduates, continue to hone your communication skills. This one will take you far in life. Be humble, because there's always someone ready to outwork you. Surround yourself with the like-minded individuals that cherish those same values. And always treat people the way you want to be treated. And to quote the great Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, always outwork everyone in the room. Class 22 Echo, thank you for an amazing opportunity to learn and grow together. Congratulations on your graduation.
Chief Clark, thank you for your inspirational words, and thank you for your ongoing support and guidance of our enlisted airmen. ALS is not an easy course to pass. 24 academic days, 169 curriculum hours, a significant amount of homework and additional preparation can make this a challenging obstacle on the road to becoming an NCO and supervisor. Some members of this class not only met the requirements to graduate, but exceeded the minimums and earned additional distinction as award recipients. We would like to recognize those individuals at this time. As we do so, please feel free to show some unit pride. Our first award is the Academic Achievement Award, and will be presented by Technical Sergeant Toby Wilson, representing the AFSA Chapter 1056. The Academic Achievement Award denotes excellence as a scholar. It is presented to the student who achieved the highest academic standing of the curriculum and is exclusive of the John L. Levito Award. The Academic Extraordinaire and winner of the Academic Achievement Award of Class 22 Echo is from the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Luis C. Guerrero-Ruiz. Chapter 1056 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winners with a 1-year membership. Thank you, Sergeant Wilson, and congratulations, Senior Airman Guerrero-Ruiz. Our next award is the Commandant's Award. to be presented by Master Sergeant Kyle Gibson. The Commandant's Award is presented to the student who demonstrated superior leadership throughout the class. From each flight, a nominee emerges. Nominees, please stand as your name is called. Lancer Flight's nominee from the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Emily M. Green Crowdy.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Flight's nominee from the 7th Contracting Squadron, Senior Airman Taylor P. Hill. Kirk Flight's nominee from the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler L. Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant Award winner for Class 22 Echo is from the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Emily M. Green Crowdy. The Dyess 5-6 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winner with a 1-year membership. Thank you, Master Sergeant Gibson, and congratulations, Senior Airman Green Crowdy.
And don't go without TMO!
Next, we will present the Distinguished Graduates Awards to be presented by Master Sergeant Scott Brown, representing the Dyess First Sergeants.
Yes, Scotty.
Students who excel in both leadership and academics Students who excel in both leadership and academics earn positions in the top 10% of the class, and this evening we will recognize 4 distinguished graduates. Our first distinguished graduate is from the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Luis C. Guerrero-Ruiz.
We're both maintainers.
Our second distinguished graduate is from the 7th Contracting Squadron, Senior Airman Taylor P. Hill.
Hawk, yeah, Hill.
Our third distinguished graduate is from the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Benjamin L. Jones.
Jones.
Our fourth distinguished distinguished graduate is from the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Emily M. Green-Crowdy. The Dyess 5-6 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winners with a 1-year membership. Thank you, Master Sergeant Brown, and congratulations, distinguished graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, our most distinguished award presentation is the John L. Levitow Award. This evening's award is sponsored by the Dyess Chiefs Group and is being presented by Class 22 Echo's class mentor, Chief Master Sergeant Jeremy Clark. The John L. Levitow Award is the highest award a graduate at any level of enlisted professional military education can receive. It is presented to the most astounding student in the class. The Levitow Award recipient is not eligible to receive the Academic or Commandant Award. The John L. Levitow Award recipient for Class 22 Echo is from the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler L. Wright. The Dyess 5-6 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winner with a 1-year membership. Winning the Levitow Award is quite an accomplishment. In addition to the individual's pride, their name will also be displayed on the Levitow plaque. The plaques you see displayed here tonight are the ones that will be located in the ALS hallway, giving future students something to strive for. Thank you, Chief Clark, and congratulations again, Senior Airman Wright. We have now come to the peak of our ceremony and the reason we are all here, the presentations of the diplomas. Class 22 Echo, prepare to graduate. This evening's graduates have met the requirements to assume greater responsibility and leadership within our Air Force. They are prepared to face the distinct challenges that await them. A PME tradition is to support your graduating students and sound off with some unit pride. Colonel Kramer and Chief Coltrane, please come forward to present the diplomas to the graduates of ALS Class 22 Echo. Introducing Staff Sergeant Mitchner's Lancer Flight, it is with my pleasure to announce his newest graduates, beginning with the flight leader. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Olivia C. Wood. From the 7th Operational Medical Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman James J. Aquino, Jr. From the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant Trent L. Arrington. From the 7th Munitions Squadron, Staff Sergeant Joseph A. Bellingham. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Noah L. Campbell. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Casey J. Civarella. From the 7th Force Support Squadron, Senior Airman Regina A. Germain. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Dustin J. Dupel. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Emily M. Green Crowdy. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Kyle D. Heinitz Peck. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Alexander I. Marler. From the 317th Airlift Wing, Staff Sergeant Gabriella A. Sarabia. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Megan A. Schulteis. From the 7th Civil Engineering Squadron, Senior Airman Ruben Silva. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Zachary W. Tiffany. Introducing Technical Sergeant Vinix Blackhawk Flight. It is with my pleasure to announce her newest graduates, beginning with the flight leader. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Xavier Dobbs. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Brandon C. Adams. From the 7th Civil Engineering Squadron, Staff Sergeant Danica L. Casey. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Kimber M. Kurma. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Raul Galvan. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Paul A. George. From the 7th Contracting Squadron, Senior Airman Taylor P. Hill. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Jared A. Linson. From the 7th Force Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Hugo A. Lopez Solis. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Seth A. Meyer. From the 7th Maintenance Group, Senior Airman Ronald C. Moore. From the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Senior Airman Lauren M. Painshot. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Marcelos A. Perkins. From the 7th Munitions Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler T. Ruse. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Jesse A. Wooten. Our next graduate is unable to be here tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Dalton L. Bryant. Introducing Staff Sergeant Flowers, Kirk Flight, it is with my pleasure to announce his newest graduates, beginning with the flight leader. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Luis C. Guerrera Ruiz. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Jeremy S. Barnes. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Christopher J. Christopher J. Bryant. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Janice P. Iwangan. From the 7th Civil Engineering Squadron, Senior Airman Ryan A. Griffin. From the 317th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Carl A. Henze. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Benjamin L. Jones. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Austin J. Leone. From the 7th Civil Engineering Squadron, Senior Airman Victoria G. Matthews. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Benjamin W. Murray. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman William C. Nelms. From the 7th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Sylvia J. Oliva Jr. From the 7th Force Support Squadron, Senior Airman Annette P. Romero. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Joseph C. Steinmetz. Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the Airman Leadership School Diploma to the Levitou Award recipient signifies the culmination of 5 weeks of intense education and training. From the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler L. Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Kramer.
Man, the atmosphere in here tonight is just great, and I don't think it's the Beach Boys at all. I don't think that has anything to do with the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere is one about air power. It's an atmosphere about leadership. It's an atmosphere about purpose and connection. That's the atmosphere here tonight, purpose and connection. One, I'd like to welcome Colonel Wick, Mrs. Wick for being here, and Chief Williams, Mrs. Williams for being here. Welcome to Team Dyess. Welcome to America's Lift and Strike Base. Welcome to America's Lift and Strike Base. We do things here that nobody else does. We shoot missiles from 500 nautical miles away to land within feet of their target. We launch combat tactical airlift to go anywhere in the world to rescue Americans or to support our allies. Nobody else does that. That only happens in West Texas. Graduates, that's your purpose. That's what you lead for. That's what you do. And nobody else can do it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But graduates, the only difference between you and me, well, maybe there's a few. Some gray hair. Maybe there's some stress that I have that you don't have. But I tell you what, there's a pretty powerful difference that you have is you have connection to your airmen. I don't have that connection. Enjoy that opportunity because we need you to lead and we need you to connect every day. And I would just say, start with our purpose. It's our shared mission, lift and strike. And the next thing I would offer you is don't forget about the core values. Do the right thing. Take care of yourself. Sometimes the service comes first, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Need you to go to the gym, need you to eat right, need you to sleep right. Need you to be at your kids' play. Service before self doesn't mean service in spite of self. And don't forget that you will make mistakes. I think Chief Clark gave us a pretty good example of a mistake. Turns out he's okay. I think he's a pretty damn good SEL. Turns out he made mistakes. We don't expect perfection. We do expect excellence. And you're ready. The Air Force wouldn't put you there if you weren't ready. You're ready. I'd like to thank the team that put this event on tonight. Sergeant Gibson, well done as usual. Thanks for bringing in the new frontline supervisors. Good job to Airman Johnson, our proffer. He's the only guy that's been 100% correct this whole time. There's always been one mix-up. Good job, Airman Johnson. National Anthem takes some courage to get up here and sing the National Anthem. And we had a duet a cappella with a little help from a baby tonight, which was great. And then my man, you're killing it up here. The only, you're the MC. The only thing you can do is break even, and I think you've done that for sure. And then let's talk about Chief Clark. Thanks for giving us some good words as always. And Sylvia, outstanding job. Proud to serve alongside you. But I want to close with this because I want to just push back on this little bit of a notion about you're saying goodbye. Okay, so graduates, if you could just stand up. How about another round of applause for the graduates? family members and loved ones, if you could stand up next to your graduates. If you're a supervisor, NCOIC, flight chief, or commander of a graduate, if you could stand up. So the point here, graduates, is you're not the only one standing. You're not alone. We need you to lead. You must lead, but you're not alone. You're amongst the Air Force family. Tonight's about you. Tomorrow is about the team. Go lead. Proud to serve alongside you.
Thank you, Colonel Kramer. At this time, we would also like to give special thanks to our photographer, Senior Airman McGuire, and Lieutenant Cashin, and our proper Airman Johnson.
I'm just going to say a closing prayer real quick before we end. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the opportunity we've had to be here to celebrate our graduation. We thank Thee for our instructors and classmates who have taught us valuable lessons in leadership. I ask Thee to bless each of them and their respective careers to inspire and influence those around them. We ask Thee to help everyone drive home safely. In the name of Jesus Christ, Amen.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant Jones. As mentioned earlier, history is an important part of not only Airman Leadership School and professional military education, but of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us in reciting the Airman's Creed and singing of the Air Force song. Please join me in applauding our Air Force's newest leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, we got to get back. can't do this anymore. They get it. Good job, man. Knew we would have made the right choice. That was weird. So that doesn't happen.
I think that was planned.
That doesn't happen very often, but we don't try to start too much of a like we don't want competition between us. So within the flight or whatever, but otherwise like they can do what they can. They do what they want. But it just happened to be like it was just a weird coincidence. I was like looking at the script. Oh yeah, I mean I had to move him down one thing, but good job, Scott.
What's the plan for the rest of the day? Happy to get out of this.
You guys have a simulcast of the outside.
Yeah, so we tested that capability. The issue was that for these TVs, they can only process so much Wi-Fi data at a time. So what's happening is the stream delay is so great because it needs to buffer that data port is wasted. That it was getting like minutes or 2 minute delay on the stream. So we didn't want that here because then people get distracted. Like, wait a minute, that's not. So updated TVs that are faster, or getting a switch boxes, basically just being able to correctly manually output it from that up speed.
7MXG.
We thought about running an HDMI.
7MXG, please come to the stage. 7th maintenance crew.
Yeah, it's on our to-do list for that one.
Yeah, last time we went, we were like,
GR. Olivia's.
Oh, okay.
I'm just the baggage. Even though we had the same pockets. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's a great point, because like, we talk about leadership, like, that's a huge thing. Like, I need to understand you, you don't need to understand me. So, okay, really say that.
You can bring up like
Oh yeah, you know. Well, then you see like. Somewhere between that and like this, right? Like, so, okay, I appreciate you. What you're saying. I got that conversation with every data point you get.
trying to add into